Wish TV is your education station, and every month we're highlighting a local school district with the Morning Bell, a conversation focused on new or exciting programs and accomplishments within our schools. So to start this new series, Darren Thomas, the Director of Athletics at Indianapolis Public Schools, is here this morning. Good morning. Thank you for being here.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
We appreciate you starting this new series for us. NBA All-Star Game is happening right here in Indianapolis next month, and Crispus Attucks High School is getting ready with a special tribute.
Yeah, Touch of Glory. The play is coming to Crispus Attucks High School. It's really going to be awesome. One thing we think about when we think about Attucks in basketball in Indiana is you can't really tell the complete story about the history of basketball in our great state without touching on the Crispus Attucks High School story in the 1950s with their basketball program and what Ray Crow was able to do there. So bringing that in a really culturally authentic way and making that part of the All-Star celebration is going to be a great piece.
It was a history-making team, so this kind of dives into that history there. But also the Crispus Attucks team right now is doing pretty well too, right?
Yeah, they are. And they are, ranked top 10 in the state. They're doing really well under Coach Chris Hawkins right now. And so we're excited to see what they can do. Tonight, they're actually going to be competing for the city tournament championship. They won last year. So tonight they'll play Cathedral over at Arsenal Tech, and hopefully they'll come out with a win there.
This has been a big year for sports, especially at Crispus Attucks. Tell me about that a little bit.
Yeah, Attucks is doing very, very well. They had their best football season on record. They were 8-2 this year. Phenomenal year. They had an interim head coach there. They're making a transition, but he did a great job. The team did a great job, and the young men there did awesome. And so we also had a girls flag football team. All of our high schools did. We piloted that league with the Colts, and Ben Davis was the other local school in the area to have one. So that's going to be awesome moving forward for our young ladies as well to have them participate in football. You
guys are putting some money and funding into the athletic programs. How so?
Yeah, so I mean, what we really want to do is invest in our athletics programs, and where we're doing that is through funding facilities. That's been the big missing piece for athletics and IPS, I believe, is having adequate and substantial facilities for our student athletes to utilize in a safe way, a way that they can feel like, it's really a part of what they want to do, a place that makes them feel like athletics is important to them. And so we're doing that through investments. Rebuilding Stronger is a big piece with our middle schools, investing in facilities there. And then we also have some things on the docket with our high schools. We're going to see a lot of things take place in this next spring into the summer. So we're really excited about breaking some ground there.
I think some of the money you guys said was $410 million going into these facilities and rebuilding these fields. Why do you think that makes an impact on students, not only on the field or on the court, but also in the classroom?
Yeah, so that's huge, right? So why invest in athletics? What's so important about athletics? And so a big piece for me was really quantifying the student outcomes, right? So what are the goals of the district? And it's to see our students succeed in the classroom, and what do they do after high school, right? And what's the success level? So when we run reports, we run data. We look at their graduation rates, we look at GPAs, we look at student attendance, behavioral discipline rates. All of those things are substantially better for our student athletes than our non-student athletes in our high schools. And so really want to put that together and then encourage more and more students to participate in athletics. But we have to make sure that we're giving them, good programming to participate in, make them want to participate and continue to stay in IPS and participate in those programs.
Quickly before we go, it sounds like you guys instituted something this school year, study tables, to kind of help with that progression for student athletes.
Yeah. So study tables, we've actually been doing that for a while, but we've just continued to hone in on the methods that we use to basically assist our student athletes with their academics to make sure, that that's the number one focus for our student athletes, right? It's student athletes, right? I try hard to never call our student athletes just athletes. What they do in the classroom is paramount to everything else, right? It's the key. So making sure they have time to really focus in on what their shortcomings may be or where they're struggling, that's critical for us.
Well, Darren, thank you so much. It certainly sounds like it, and we can't wait to see what's ahead for the district.